Hi, my name is Janelle, my pronouns are she, her, and I am one of the counselors here at Panorama Wellness Group. I'm coming from my office, from my couch that's in here, and I'm here just to talk to you a little bit about the blog post that I recently wrote and also give you some more helpful hints and tricks for self-regulation, specifically if you're a young adult or a teen. So in the blog post, if you go read it, it's on our website, and go click down to blog, and then you'll have a whole bunch of posts that you can read. But the one I wrote about was primarily dealing with self-regulation for teens or young adults. So I kind of want to go through that a bit, and then also be able to provide you with some more information and some more tools that you can utilize during this, it's kind of a challenging time right now. Besides COVID and what's going on right now, the weather hasn't been too great either. So I'm sure some of you are feeling a little bit down and out, a little bit tired. And I validate that, and I also reflect that I'm feeling all those things as well. So talking about self-regulation, this is not just for teens or young adults or for specific people that are struggling. It could be something that you can put in my tongue's tied a little bit. Things that you can use on your day-to-day experiences too, that kind of help just keep your mind focused, kind of bring you back down to center and ground you in the now and present, which is kind of what we all want to do. So with the blog post, a lot of what I talked about is the first and foremost thing is validating feelings. And what does validating mean? Basically, what it means is whatever you feel, either happiness, joy, sadness, frustration, anger, all those are valid. All those are okay to feel and mean something. Let that sink in. They're valid, and it's okay to feel it. I think a lot of the times we try to rush through life, or even right now with COVID out, it's like, oh, we just need to look on the positive things. People have it worse. Yeah, people have it worse. But that doesn't mean what you're going through right now is any less hard, or doesn't mean that your hurting is not justified. You can hurt and not have a reason for hurting, but just feel it deep down that you're struggling. So I want you to hear me when I say this. You can feel however you want to feel, and that is valid. Yeah. Sorry for the pause. I think at times when I speak that, and even when I'm with clients, there's times where it hits me a little bit too, and it's a reminder for myself that even though I'm a counselor and I'm here to help people, I think a lot of times I need to hear that as well, that I'm feeling valid and what I'm going through is valid, and that's okay to feel it. So I'm glad that we can be in here together and listen and feel those things together, because that's a big part of it too, is to be able to have someone feel the same way you feel, and even just have that support on this journey. So now that we have that out of the way, that you can feel however you want to feel and it's completely valid, I want to go through and give you a bit of a exercise, activity, mindful skill that you can do on your own, or if you're feeling like your mind's starting to wander a bit, as minds do tend to. So again, I'm at my office, so I'm just kind of opening up a little box that I have here on the table. And it's seasonal appropriate. It has, frosting on there, which is nice. But in the box, I have all these different gems. And partly because I like gems, they're kind of pretty and they're shiny. But I use these for a lot of mindful activities that I do with clients that I see. I suggest it, of all ages. So what I do is I choose a rock that I like, because that's kind of important. So I chose this rock. Not sure if you know what it is. I don't know what it is either. But I hold the rock and I just start to focus on this rock. It could be a lot of stuff on my mind, but I'm choosing to kind of spend this moment, this time, focusing on this rock. And I encourage you, if you want to join me on this, grab a rock. It doesn't have to be a gemstone. It can be one from your front yard. It could be a penny, it could be a coin. Anything that you find that can give a bit of weight and can hold in the middle of your hand. So kind of as we start, I'm just kind of noticing right now. I'm noticing I'm dropping the rock in my hand. I'm feeling the cool temperature of the rock around my fingers. And I notice as I drop it how heavy it feels and how it doesn't bounce. It just kind of drops. So now what I want to do is I'm now feeling the rock. I'm just kind of running it between my hands, feeling the smoothness, maybe feeling how many edges it has. If it's a coin, the different sides of the faces and the edges on the side of the coin. And just notice that. Notice the texture. And now just kind of looking at it, I felt the heaviness, I feel the texture. Just going to take in the colors. This one's black and white, has some red veining in it. Not too shiny, pretty matte. Yeah. And now what I do is I just hold it in my hands and I start to roll it. And I just notice, is it sticking? Is it going smoothly? Maybe it's a round rock, maybe it's a flat rock. And I just kind of feel it between my hands. Feel how hard maybe it is. And now as I'm kind of rolling in between my hands, I'm taking it in the middle of my palms. And I'm turning, I'm squeezing, feeling that pressure. Squeeze and pressure, taking deep breaths in. And just noticing how now the rock's probably feeling pretty warm in the middle of your hands. Might feel a little bit sticky if your hands are a bit sweaty. That's okay. It's just something different that's coming up. And just notice that breath. And notice where other aspects of your body are at, where your shoulders are feeling, and where your heart is, and maybe where your mind is. And that's okay, but just notice them. So the reason why I like doing this activity, kind of moving out of it now, is it provides a busy mind with something to focus on, and it provides, maybe fidgety hands, something to hold, and it provides you to kind of bring your center back into this moment of into this rock. We can't change the future, we can't change the past, but in this moment we can take that time to observe. Yeah. Thank you for coming and watching this video. I hope you made it through about the 7 minutes of me talking and reflecting. And I hope you go to the blog, because there's a lot of other really cool things that I wrote there about ice, about social media, about walking, and a bit about some other aspects that can help with self-regulation in a challenging time. And just know that, as crap as it is, we're all in it together, and we're just going to help each other through this journey. And I hope you a wonderful day, wonderful weekend coming up, and I look forward to connecting with you if you decide to come in and see us at Panorama Wellness Group. Thanks.